All right, guys, welcome back. We're going to be doing a 5.7 drop on this F150 Harley Davidson edition. We're going to be doing control arms and struts, flip kit, shocks, shackles, underbed notch, and we're also going to be doing our transmission cross member. This is the beginning stages of it. We've got to get up on our lift, and I'm going to show you the factory suspension. All right, guys, now for the back, this is all factory. We're looking at factory shocks, leaf springs on top of the axle. As you guys know that have seen our videos, that's just factory. We're going to be putting them underneath the axle with our flip kit. And we're going to be doing a shackle for the back. Also, this is a factory frame, so no notch. Pretty sure y'all could probably see on the video these curves. The curve that's right there. That's a pretty unique feature of the Ford frame. We have a real unique underbed notch that compensates for that. And that slides over the frame rails real easy. So we'll be showing you guys that later in the video. This is just the back suspension for right now. Be showing you the front. For the front suspension, of course, all factory as of right now. We're going to be replacing the lower control arm, strut, and doing the alignment up front. That's going to give us 5 inches worth of drop, and then we're looking to achieve 7 inches out back. Okay, now I did mention that we're going to be doing the transmission cross member. You guys probably asking, why do we need to do that? And this is the main reason why. This is the frame up here. And this is the transmission cross member down here. So this big difference from there to here is what we're trying to fix or compensate. Because that's when you try to go over a bump, railroad track, or anything like that, that's going to be bottoming out. In other words, hitting. So we have our own cross member that we built here that you completely cut this off, flush with the frame, and you move this cross member up. This is how it looks factory. I might do this all together in this video, or might do a separate video on that. Don't know that yet. You will have to modify the exhaust, which I'll show you on the other side. It's a little bit more clear on the other side. This is from the back forward. And I'm going to show you from the forward back so you can see that view as well. All right, so this is from the forward back. So the engine is right behind me. And as you can see, that's the cross member there. And this is the exhaust. So this is just as low as the cross member. So we want to go ahead and prevent that from rubbing or hitting or being caught on anything as well. So these pipes are going to have to be cut and relocated to move up. Now, we're not an exhaust shop here, but definitely something that could be done, you know, with your local exhaust shop if you buy our kit and install it yourself. So here we already went and did the flip kit. As you guys know, flip kit means to put your leaf springs underneath your axle. As you can see, also our underbed notch is mocked up, and I would go into detail in that in just a second. And we have our shackles. Shackles have 2 bolts, 2 settings. Top one is for a 2-inch, bottom one is for a 1-inch. So right now we're at 6 inches with the flip kit and 1 inch with the shackle. Total of 7 inches out back. We're going to be doing 5 inches up front. Now, we've talked about it before about centering your rear end and matching your lines up with your notch. So y'all make sure to check out those other videos if y'all want to do that. So this is the left side of the rear end, right side, the center, which is half of these 2 lines, matching up with the center line of your notch, which is basically the half of this end point and that end point. Just want to touch base on it really quick. Now, with this F150 underbed notch, I mentioned earlier about the frame being kind of weird looking. Let me see if y'all can see it from this side. See how it curves in and then goes out? We have a good solution for that. And it comes pre-welded already. It's having this extra piece that already slides with the frame. So that means you're not going to be able to move this notch anymore up, anymore that way. It's going to pretty much stop. But you always want to make sure that you center it right. So that way it looks good. Comes out really nice. We also have this extra piece for this gap. There's a big gap right there. All you got to do is just slide it in there, tack it in place, and you should be fine. So it keeps it real strong, real sturdy. So this is the progress so far on our 5.7 drop F150 Harley Davidson. Moving along with the installation up front. So we're going to be replacing the strut like we mentioned earlier. This guy here. We went ahead and took off the lower control arm, spindle, the calipers hanging over here. You want to make sure you always hang your caliper. Use a rod or something That way you don't create any tension on this line. So real important, you know, you don't cause any damage when you're working on your vehicle or whatnot. But one big step as part of the installation is, or the reason why we had to remove the control arms other than because we're replacing them, is we have to modify the lower mount. If you guys have seen our video with the 2.4 drop, y'all know that I mentioned that on the 2.4 drop, you don't have to modify this mount here. But on this one, since we're doing a 5, you have to go ahead and modify it. Now, I did a couple of lines to do y'all a good service, good deed, if you will. So this first line here, that's the line that Belletch recommends when you do a 3-inch drop. So you're gonna have to modify this, move it over, eliminate this whole section, cut this out here, and have it end here. And that's for the alignment purposes, because on the Fords, unlike the Chevys, the alignment's done on the bottom. Now, this is for a 3-inch drop. We have to make that a little bit bigger since we're gonna be doing a 5-inch drop. So this is for a good alignment on a 3, this is for a 5. So that's pretty much how you mark it. Just get your bolt, slide it to the end, and that gives you the 3 per Belletch instructions. Then we need to go ahead and add a little bit more for a 5-inch drop. So that's how that works. That's what needs to be done for that. And yes, you have to do that for every single mount. So this is the front mount, inside, front mount, outside. So every single mount has to be done. Every single mount, both sides, passenger and driver side. We're gonna get that ready. Now, how do you remove that material? You can do it either with a plasma cutter, air saw. They recommend a die grinder. Excuse me. But you can do it with a die grinder as well. Make sure you wear a face shield and gloves. Make sure they also recommend, excuse me, I had to cut off the video. So they recommend to use a die grinder, which you can as well. It is gonna take some time. And I will tell you this, it is important as you see this, how it's smooth like that, because that bolt needs to slide. That bolt needs to slide back and forth. So it can't have any jagged edges or anything like that that's gonna cause it to bounce. We've seen that before, and it makes the alignment very difficult. So it's gonna take some time, but it can be done. We're gonna go ahead and get started on that right now. That way we can have a good alignment and not only make it look good, but ride good, be smooth, and align very great. Thank you. Now this is the back. So this is the engine here. I'm on the back driver's side. Same thing. One thing that I did want to point out is we removed the sway bar. Sway bar is down here. So I went ahead and removed that guy just to have more space to do our work. A couple of bolts, you can get that removed, real simple. Have been slotted, we can start reassembly of the lower control arms. Now, this is what I was mentioning earlier about making sure that that's smooth, because you want to make sure that this bolt slides easily back and forth for the alignment purposes. So it's real important to do that. Now, this is only acceptable, and what I mean by acceptable is the slot is only acceptable on the Fords. It's not something that you want to do on Chevys or Dodges or anything like that. It's only acceptable with the Ford because that's where that mount comes in from the bottom. That's where the alignment comes in from the bottom, excuse me. So it's real important that you always follow instructions and make sure that everything's done correctly and not do anything that's not necessary for your vehicle and cause damage for it in the future. So real important. Just wanted to point that out to you guys. Went ahead and put everything back together. Had a lower control arm, strut, spindle, rotor, caliper. We even have the wheel mounted up there as well. One neat trick before you take it to the alignment shop is go ahead and slide the bolt all the way to the inside. All the way to the inside. That way it helps them out because that's the positive alignment that we're looking for. So the real good thing to do that for your alignment shop. We do alignments here. So of course we're gonna help ourselves and set that up to make it easy for our alignment guys. We did have to rethread the tie rod in. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There you go. Put an extra bit of threads there for the toe adjustment. This is a factory up in here. Some of our rethread for the tie rod in. So it is necessary in some cases it's not. But you know, if you take that extra 15-20 minutes to do that, just makes it a lot easier. You don't want to be at the alignment shop and be told that it won't align. Now, that is not the instructions, of course, for the 3-inch drop on either side, either doing the 3-inch drop with the control arm or the 3-inch drop with the strut. But we're doing a 5-inch drop. Things change. You have to add things. You have to make things work. You have to make it functional. So it's real important. We appreciate you guys, you know, asking us about our installations. It helps us provide you with more videos. Please like and subscribe as it helps our channel. We're ready for the next step of the underbed notch. It's already been welded all the way around, inside and out. So next thing is to put some undercoat, protect it. You want to definitely put something. You can't leave it bare metal like this. It's going to rust. So even this is a coating, as you can tell where we grind it, remove the coating so we can make sure we can weld properly. Added some paper. That way you don't get, you know, all in the differential, muffler, all that stuff. Doesn't get all the overspray. Makes for a neater presentation of the project itself, I guess. The product, I mean. So coming along really well. Looks really nice. This is the progress so far on our F150. So this is the end result of the 5.7 drop using control arms, struts, flip kit, shackles, underbed notch. We went ahead and aligned this truck. Came out really nice. Works really well. Looks very clean. It's clearance in the back. There was a front valance up front that had to be removed so it doesn't rub or anything. Truck came out really nice. Another great project here from Reklez. If you guys have any questions, any concerns, give us a call. Area code 832-770-4366. Make sure you visit our website at www.reklez.com. That's REKLEZ.com. Thank you for watching. God bless. Wanted to add just this extra clip. This is a 3.5 that we recently did. As a matter of fact, we were working on this one as we were doing our 5.7 project. Just another beautiful F-150. I know we post a lot of Chevys, and we work on a lot of Chevys, to be honest, but we wanted to show some love to these Ford guys out there. Thank you for watching as well. And to everybody that loves drop trucks, no matter whether it's Ford, Chevy, Dodge, appreciate the support. And this is a beautiful 3.5 drop. We have a video on that as well for 3.5 for you Ford guys that want to see a 3.5 drop. This is using our DJM front kit, DJM rear kit with Street Performance shocks for that smooth, comfortable ride. You already know. If you have any questions, give us a call and visit our website as well, please. Thank you. Have a great day.